Hello and welcome to SDN Tech Forum. Today I'm very excited to introduce a new technology, new product, very first time on SDN Tech Forum. This is Meraki Network. Yes, we are going to build our first Meraki network powered by Cisco, and we are going to use product family MX, specifically 68CW. So what we have in agenda, we are going to set up the wired and wireless configuration, and then we will also prepare a catalyst switch to be ready to onboard as Meraki monitoring, but that is for next video. So let's go ahead and understand our product a little bit better real quick, and then we will start building the network. MX family datasheet. Meraki has so many products like MX specifically for their SD-WAN and security appliance. Then they have the MS for switches, MG, MT for sensors, and so on. But we are going to focus on kind of like all-in-one solution for branch, that is MX. Cisco Meraki MX is a multifunctional security and SD-WAN enterprise appliance with a wide set of capabilities to address multiple use cases. It's kind of like a all-in-one device. Okay, so on high level we have QoE, quality of experience, and advanced analytics through machine learning. This is 100% cloud managed. That means there is no console or CLI. It's 100% cloud managed and zero touch provisioning. Okay, these are the few things. We are not going to read through this, but as you can see, there are plenty of capabilities. Like it is PCI compliant, SSL decryption, encryption, and all those things. So let's go quickly to our product, the one which we are using, and that is MX68CW. Let me quickly show you the form factor. Yes, all-in-one model. MX68W and CW. MX68CW, C stand for cellular and W is for wireless. These are some specifications: 600 Mbps, 300 Mbps, right? Security throughput, maximum side-to-side VPN tunnel you can build is a 50. And then what we have 2 gigabit Ethernet RJ45, one USB, and then we have a cellular failover. This does support Cat6 LTE, so it is supporting LTE technology. And this is pretty lightweight. If you want to see how it looks like, this is how it looks like. Very small, and these are some bigger model MX60, 85 and 95. Okay. All right, so this is our hardware, and now let's go and build the technology. All right, this is our Meraki dashboard, cloud-based dashboard, and we already have a network, but we are going to add additional branch. So let's Meraki, everything in Meraki start with your licensing. When you order the device, you are going to get a order number or a claim key that you can use to see the licenses in your account. And that these are the few licenses as you can see in my account. Their license history, what is the license term duration looks like, and what is the license capability. So always make sure that when you are onboarding, you have licenses in place. Next, we go to inventory and try to search a Meraki serial number of our MX68CW. As you can see, we have the device available and it is claimed. That means someone, that is myself, who added the serial number or the order number and claimed the device, that this is my device. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this device to a network. Either I can create a new network or I can add it to existing network. All right. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a new network. That means the device was available in inventory, setting claimed, but not associated to any network. And now we are going to say, create a new network and assign this device to that network. All right. Now we can go back to network wide and search for our network. It might not be reflecting immediately here. So let's go back to org and try to find our network. Okay, here as you can see, the network is available, but it is gray. That means no device is active. This network is not active. That's correct. We are doing the housekeeping stuff right now. We are building network theoretically, but the MX68 is not powered on, not plugged in to internet. Okay, so let's build it theoretically. MX68 will be in routed mode, and for LAN setting, we are going to use VLANs. We are going to add more VLANs because it may be the case that in your environment you have not just one type of user, but different type of user like HR, employee, IoT segment. So we are going to add a few VLAN, and here as you can see, first thing when you want to add your VLAN, it is asking you give me the VLAN interface IP address. So this is, think of it in Cisco world, interface VLAN, whatever is your number, and then you assign an IP address. Most of the time we use the first IP address, and then it is asking you to give me the subnet, whether it's a /24 /28 or whatever kind of subnet, and we are not using IPv6, so we will leave IPv6 disabled. As you can see, I have changed the default VLAN to choice of my subnet. It comes with 192.168.128, but we don't want that, right? We want to identify it with our subnet and add more VLAN. So I'm adding another VLAN, name employee, VLAN ID is 120. Right now we are not assigning any group policy. Once you add your VLAN, then you need to specify the VLAN interface IP address and subnet here. That way you are creating your VLAN, and that is under network wide addressing and VLAN. I'm going to continue add a few more VLAN, one for employee, one for guest. So these are the planning stuff. You need to plan these things before you roll out your network. IPv6 we are keeping it disabled, and these information will be specific or related to your environment. So plan it, how many VLANs you will want, what will be the subnet, and the VLAN interface IP addresses. All right, so we have modified one VLAN, we have built two more VLAN. I'm going to build one more. So it's kind of like a same thing we are repeating, right? Okay, looking good. One more for our IoT. And here it is actually expecting the VLAN ID, not the subnet. So, hmm, and once you specify the VLAN ID, that is VLAN number, then you go to the next, define your VLAN interface IP and subnet. Looking good. So we have built a couple of VLANs. Now this is for the wired port, and as you can see, all my ports, wired port, are in trunk and allow native VLAN 1. That is the default configuration. So all the ports are sitting in trunk state. Make sure whenever you are making any changes, scroll through the bottom and hit save. Then only your changes will take effect. So in Meraki, always hit save before leaving the page. Now as we build those VLAN, you can come to DSCP, addressing network wired and DSCP, and you'll see all this subnet what you created. There is a DSCP server created by default. You can keep those enabled or disabled, however you want to do, right? So we have taken care of wired side. Now we are into wireless, and for wireless, as you can see, we are creating our very first SSID, like the SSID that will be used, that will our users like employee and others will use that SSID to connect, right? So when you connect to that SSID, what will be the VLAN assignment, right? And right now we are not doing any kind of a dynamic policy. Hence, you need to say if you connect to Bluebird, what VLAN you are going to go, right? And for simplicity, I'm just keeping it in VLAN 1, but that's not the best practice. And for security, we are doing simple, like a personal a shared key, so that you can connect to your SSID using a password. All right, this is all the settings, and visibility is advertise this SSID publicly. That means this SSID will be available publicly. Okay, again, security and SD-WAN, you have seen addressing and VLAN and DSCP, wireless. Now this is your firewall part. We are not going to create any firewall policy for now, because the goal is to bring this branch live with MX68CW. Going forward, we can do a lot of stuff like site to site VPN and routing and all those things, but we will build this branch incrementally, right? So this is only thing what we are going to do: create VLAN, make sure our wired port looks good, and create an SSID. Now, going to addressing, what we are going to do, we are going to create an aggregate subnet, so we can advertise our VLAN, the VLAN subnet what we created each /24. Either we can propagate those VLAN subnets upstream, like wherever you are connecting, or what you can do, you can create an aggregate and then advertise that only. So that's what we are doing. As you can have seen, we have 1053 and then multiple /24 subnet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an static route and advertise that static route. And this is what exactly it's telling you, that you have multiple smaller subnet, but then you are advertising a bigger subnet as an aggregate. Are you okay with that? So we are going to say yes, we are good. Again, our network is built, but it's still gray. That means has this CW has never connected to the Meraki cloud because it's not powered on. And now the next thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this CW to the network, power it on, and let's see. Also, this adaptive policy part, this is a little bit extra. That means you can have segmentation and tagging, etc. But we will do it once the branch is live, and we will do this as an advanced step. But I just wanted to show you how, where you have the micro and macro segmentations setting. And for site to site VPN, you come to security SD-WAN and go to site VPN. You can say how this network will look like, or how this branch will look like. Most of the time branch is spoke, so you can come here and you can say, I want to build my branch as a spoke, and then you have to select the hubs in your network. Once you select the hub, what happens? It builds a site-to-site VPN tunnel to your hub, and two hubs are recommended. If you happen to create IPv4 default route, that means you are going to get a default route coming in from your hub. Or what you can do, you can say, I want to enable these VPN settings. That means I want to send this uh, VLAN subnets upstream, but we are not doing that. We are keeping it disabled and only sending site 53 aggregate route. So as you can see, we have the two concentrator, and this branch is going to build a site to site VPN tunnel with a concentrator and send the aggregate route outside. Okay, so now you have seen we have wired connection, wired configuration, wireless configuration, and site to site VPN configuration. And essentially it was the same warning just like earlier. We are good with that. Let's say yes. Go back to security and SD-WAN, monitor appliance status, and let's see if the port comes up, because at this point of time I have powered on MX68CW and connected the internet port, so it should come up anytime. Okay, and for side to side VPN you have to go to VPN status, security and SD-WAN monitor VPN status. That's where you can see the VPN side to side VPN connection status. Right now it's all zero because we have not built the side to side VPN connection yet. Reason being, the router is not live, it has not connected to its network as of now. So my okay, here I'm showing you how you can change the native VLAN. If you don't like VLAN 1 as a native VLAN, how you can change that. Okay. What is happening here? This is Catalyst 9300, and we are going to onboard this to our Meraki network as monitor only mode. All right, so we are waiting for Meraki to contact the Meraki cloud, MX68CW to contact Meraki. And here you go, as you can see, we have current client status. That means I'm connected to the wireless network. I can see my laptop showing here. Wow, in real time you have seen how once 68CW connects to Meraki dashboard, how these information get populated. So we have just one port connected, that is our WAN port, and then I am connected to the wireless, the SSID what we created, and hence you can see the client here and other details about the client. I mean, what is my radio strength looks like, channel, and etc. etc. As you can see, we have got the WAN IP address for WAN interface. We have got the public IP address. Then cellular is integrated. That means it doesn't have a external slot, but the cellular modem is integrated, but there is no SIM card in it. That's why it's just say connecting. All right. So this is a nice summary. Let me go to uplink. And you can see we have got an IP address, WAN interface address, and all those things. Status will be fixed pretty soon. And you can see it has received an IP address, gateway, DNS, etc. etc. SIM card. If you happen to insert the SIM card, you will see the APN and the provider information here. Stay tuned for teleworker, Meraki teleworker router video where we are unboxing a Z4C, and I'll show you how we can get started with a SIM card or cellular connection within a minute. So that's the power of Meraki and the simplicity and ease of building a network. All right. While you are here, what you can do, you can also go to tools and do a lot of things like network troubleshooting. So monitoring and troubleshooting comes in built in Meraki dashboard. You can ping and you can use your uh, LAN IP addresses, or you can use your internet um, WAN IP address and ping a domain. Say for example, I'm connected to uh, VLAN 1 at this moment, and say I want to ping to 8.8.8. I hope I'm connected to VLAN 1. May not be true. So let's go back and check our wireless settings and the SSID info. Yes, VLAN assignment is 1. Let's go back to security SD-WAN, appliance status, tools, that's location, and then you can ping WAN appliances. So all kind of things you can do, like make sure you get reachability and other things. Then you can reboot the device remotely. So I'm connected to Meraki dashboard and it is available anywhere, uh, because it's hosted in the cloud. So you can do remote management, you can reboot your device, you can blink LEDs on the device, you can also test dashboard throughput. That means what is the WAN throughput looks like from your remote router to the cloud. And you can also do a lot other kind of tests like trace route, enhanced trace route, DNS lookup, and all those things. So you can see I have 415 Mbps connection going back to the cloud. All right. So this is how our network look like. And from here, let's go to VPN status, because previously while building the network, you have seen we were building site to site VPN going back to our concentrator, right? And as our router became live in the network, we have also built the site to site tunnel. As you can see, we have 2 tunnels and connectivity is active. VPN registry. This one appliance is able to connect to multiple VPN registries using port 9368 and 9350, and NAT type is none. The WAN appliance has a publicly accessible IP address and using this IP and a port as a contact point using IPsec and AES encryption. So all those information about IPsec tunnel is giving here, and what we are exporting as a subnet. When we are creating a tunnel, what we are advertising, you can see one exported subnet. That's what the aggregate route only we are advertising. We are not advertising smaller subnet which is /24 for each VLAN subnet. Instead of that, we are just advertising our subnet. And then you can do some application aware routing. That's the reason it called SD-WAN, software defined WAN. And these are some advanced stuff we will do in later videos, but you can decide if you have multiple WAN connections. Since this one has two internet WAN port, the default two internet WAN port, you can choose which application will go to which provider and in what condition. So all those things you can do. They are a little bit of advanced SD-WAN stuff which we will be touching base on later on videos. So this is how easy to build a site-to-site VPN and Meraki branch. Super quick, very easy, and then you have a dashboard which is available from anywhere that give you the real-time monitoring and remote troubleshooting facilities. So I hope you like the video. We will continue working on this. I'm planning to add a few switches, especially the catalyst switches. In next video, I'm going to introduce the catalyst switches and how you can monitor your catalyst switch within Meraki network. And from there, we will convert that monitor only catalyst switch to Meraki switch. Actually, the catalyst will become a Meraki managed switch so that you can manage it from Meraki dashboard. All right, that's a teaser for what is coming next. Stay tuned. I hope you like this video. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. Spread a word. Thank you, and I'll catch you in next interesting video. Thank you.